الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا متقبلا يا رب العالمين. Oh Allah, teach us what benefit us, increase us in knowledge, in good morals and in good deeds ya Rabb al-Alamin. We're still talking about the merits of memorizing the Holy Qur'an. Why am I memorizing the Holy Qur'an? Why am I memorizing the Holy Qur'an? We talked about the golden rules of memorization. We talked about the how to memorize, and we talked about how to review. Now, why I'm memorizing? This series is about why I'm memorizing. What are the merits and the blessings and the rewards of those who memorize the Quran? So we need to remind ourselves, guys, as people who are memorizing the Quran, we need to remind ourselves, right, of the merits and of the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Holy Quran, or He told His beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? To encourage us, right? To encourage us. This is how we work as humans. If you are promised reward, you work. If you are promised reward, you work. If you are warned of a punishment, you listen. If there is no reward and punishment, most people, they don't work. They don't listen. They don't obey. Right? Okay. Carry him there. Just put him there. Okay. We talked about the first merit of memorizing the Quran. Who can remember that? If the Holy Quran is placed in a skin and thrown into the fire, it won't burn. It means if you memorize the Holy Quran and you have it in your heart, you will not be burnt by the hellfire. That's the most important thing that we need. That's the most important thing we should seek, to be saved from the hellfire, right? And to get the eternal happiness. Number two, we said, if you memorize the Holy Quran, you will be not only you'll be admitted into Jannah and saved from the hellfire, but you will be given high levels and high ranks in Jannah. And it will be said to you, read and rise, right? This is the motto or the slogan of our school, right? Read and rise. Read and rise. That's what the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? Number three, guys, if you memorize the Holy Quran, you will get great rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you're applying the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he memorized the whole Quran. Allah put it in his heart, and he was reviewing it every year, one time with Sayyidina Jibreel, with Angel Jibreel alayhi salam. Even though he already had it, but this is a lesson for us. You remember I told you about this when we talked about reviewing the Quran. Oh, and the last year before he passed away, the last year in which he passed away, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he reviewed the Quran with Sayyidina Jibreel 2 times. So if you are reviewing the Quran, memorizing the Quran, you're following the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So have this intention. If you have this intention, you will get the reward of following one of the great Sunnah or Sunan of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was number 3. Number 4, guys, if you memorize the Quran, you deserve respect and honor in this world. If you memorize the Holy Quran, you deserve respect and honor in this world. One of the important merits of memorizing the Quran is that people who memorize the Quran should be respected and should be honored. Why? Because they carry the message of Allah in their heart. And our beloved sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us in the authentic hadith. He said, listen, very important hadith. Part or out of glorifying Allah, or part of glorifying Allah is to honor a Muslim who has gray hair, mean an old Muslim man or woman. To honor an old Muslim man or woman. To honor them, respect them, help them, etc. Because they have spent all their lives as Muslims, obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you want to glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obey Allah, you should respect the old people. Okay? Help them, show respect to them, etc. And this is the rest of the hadith that we need here. And showing respect to Hamilul Quran, the one who is devoted to the Quran. The one who has carried the Qur'an in his heart. The one who has carried the Qur'an in his heart. Allah, the Prophet ﷺ is saying, part of glorifying Allah is to honor the person who carried the Qur'an. But listen here, there's a condition. But not the one who acts extravagantly regarding it. Means the one who exceeds the meanings, the acceptable meanings of the Qur'an. Or the one who understand the Qur'an in an extremist, unacceptable way, in a wrong way. And not the one al-jafi anhu, not the one who deserted the Qur'an until he forgot it. Or the one who memorized the Qur'an, ya brother and ya sister. They memorized the Qur'an, but they deserted the meanings of the Qur'an. Please don't be of this group, guys. Let us not be of this group. They memorize the Qur'an, they read woe to the disbelievers, or woe to the liars, they read woe to the liars, they read the ayah that criticize the liars, that criticize the cheaters, that criticize the mockers, and they do these things. So what's the point? Then you might get a double punishment. So we have to be very careful. So if you want to get honor and respect in this world, you have to be of those who are devoted to the Qur'an, hamilul Qur'an or hamalatul Qur'an, but not those who act extravagantly regarding it. Means they violate the rules of reading the Qur'an or the rules of understanding the Qur'an, and not of those who ignore or desert the Qur'an until they forgot it, or those who ignore the meanings and ignore or don't act upon the Qur'an. This is why we're learning the meanings of the names of the surah of the Qur'an, and we are learning the stories of the Qur'an, right, in the Quranic night. And we are doing a lot of effort so that you guys try to understand and benefit from this great message and greatest message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to humanity. So that is the fourth merit, right? So we said today, following getting great reward because you'll be following the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The second is you will get respect and honor in this world if you memorize the Quran. And finally today, one more merit of memorizing the Quran is that if you memorize the Holy Quran, we said you're gonna get respect, right? And we said you're gonna be getting great rewards because you're following the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? Let's stop here. How much time we have? How much time we spent? Okay, so let's stop here. We have four minutes of memorizing and learning the Quran, guys. The lesson today is very important. If you great reward and honor and respect in this world and in the next world, be of those who are devoted to the Quran. Be of the friends of the Quran, who read the Quran as Allah revealed it, who read the Quran with the rules of tajweed that Allah revealed it with, and who read the Quran and try to understand the Quran and learn the meanings of the Quran and act upon the Quran. Those are the people who deserve great and the most respect in this world. Okay? And in the hereafter they will get great rewards. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among them. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who listen to the speech and follow its best. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.